Welcome to Dice with Death, where anyone could die with a roll of the dice. I'm your direct messenger, Oli Bateman, and joining me again for this week's performative Dungeons & Dragons podcast is Chatty Badger's Jamie Powis.
Aark doesn't care if he meets the Reaper because he's been hanging out with the Gatekeeper.
Yes! Hey! Your new best friend in this tiny box realm before your death. I'm also, of course, joined by IGN's Amy Mallett.
Seeing Magnus in his pants was just plain wrong. Are you a good catch, Titus? Go long!
Hey!
Yes.
Hey!
I'm also, of course, joined by WhatCulture.com's Adam Wilbourn.
It's Titus. If you see me out and about, give me a honk. When it comes to catching things, I'm just like Gronk. We've got the wish stone, I kicked a guy in the dick, so now it's over to our DM Ollie, who's a massive friend.
If you want to do that again and put prick in, I'm absolutely fine with it. You know where it was going.
I'll edit it in post, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely do that.
Just Jamie going, prick.
Get a small choir of children to go, prick.
I'll just drop the C-bomb, it's fine.
Adam. No.
Didn't even rhyme, Adam. Oh.
Is everybody ready to continue the adventure?
Yes.
Oof. Previously on Dice with Death, stepping over Aark's lifeless corpse, the final off-duty jackal attacked Titus and Zakaiya before a cloaked figure revealing herself to be Madame Mordana jumped from the rafters as she whistled the lullaby only Zakaiya knew from her childhood. After ending the guard's life with a quarterstaff to the face, Madame Mordana desperately tried to heal Aark, but was too late as the magic enveloping his body from her spell dissipated. Rather peculiarly, Aark awoke face down in a vast white and fluffy expanse to a voice that told him to stand up and be delivered. After revealing themselves through the white mists, armed with a clipboard and a killer pair of heels, the gatekeeper introduced themselves to Aark and told him to enjoy the day spa in the cabana, as he might be here for some time. Aark consulted his god Tempo, and through the internal sounds of birds tweeting across sunny skies, Aark accepted his situation and switched on the TV in the cabana. Having uncovered that the channels represented the future, the present and the past, Aark took some time to watch memories of his wife and kids before settling on Channel 2, where his adopted son and daughter made plans to take down the jackals. Back in the library, Madame Mordana informed Zakaiya and Titus that there was a way to bring Aark back using a wish stone that Magnus Brink had unknowingly confiscated off of her 3 months prior. She told Zakaiya and Titus that although possible, there could be grave consequences for Aark if they did use the wish stone to bring him back, including curses, disfigurement, or even laying him to rest permanently. Titus set about making Aark's body comfortable among torn pages of books, while Zakaiya helped Madame Mordana set traps before settling down for a long rest. Zakaiya asked Madame Mordana about the song she had whistled, discovering that while performing in a group of travelling entertainers on the planet of Een, a woman named Alyssa had become the human recipient of a half-elven child. Mordana, Alyssa, and the other members of the Femme Fatales had all sung this song to the unborn baby in utero. Not knowing what happened to Alyssa and realising Zakaiya was from the planet of Een, Madame Mordana broke down in tears at the possibility of Zakaiya being the very child she had loved but never met. Through tears and confusion, Zakaiya admitted a sense of not belonging to Madame Mordana, who held Zak tightly while ever so softly humming the childhood lullaby once more. After sneaking across the town, crawling on their tummies, Zak, Titus and Madame Mordana set about finding the wish stone in Magnus Brink's personal quarters. While Aark and the gatekeeper discussed the meaning of everyone's lives, pondering the very nature of their own existence, Zak, Titus and Mordana bound and gagged the sleeping Magnus Brink, who wasn't going down without a fight. After entangling Magnus in vines and watching him get kicked in the dick by Titus, Zakaiya uncovered a golden box under a loose floorboard containing the wish stone they had been looking for. Zakaiya threw the open box to Titus, who with a clutch nat 20 in the middle of combat cradled the wish stone in his hands safely. Magnus, who was now out of the vines, stood over Zakaiya ready to attack while chaos ensued. Deep in relaxation, having let his guard down, Aark saw a new channel appear on the cabana's TV and switched to it to see a merfolk scouting sub on a mission up the River Sericles, carrying what looked like a precious piece of cargo in the form of a scrying letter that Aark immediately recognised as his own from his wife, Colonel Elec. It was then, while holding the other half of the parchment, that the words, "Help us, Aark," appeared across the page in blood. And that's where we are now. The TV showing the merfolk scouting sub on the new channel then turns to intermittent static before completely turning itself off with no standby light in the corner. Aark, roll me an insight check.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Strong start. Strong start. We're all a bit rusty.
Very strong start for the episode. Aark, you don't gain any knowledge about the TV turning off in front of you. You just feel the gatekeeper kind of saddle up beside you, and they turn to you and they say, "Well, that was something, wasn't it? I wonder what that merfolk officer is up to."
Can I flick through the channels? Is the TV completely off now?
Yeah, you start pressing the buttons on the TV and the TV is not responsive at all.
Give it a smack on the top. I had one like that, honestly. Back in the 90s. Give it a whack.
Just check the plugs, see if you've not knocked them out when you're hoovering.
Yeah, give it a wiggle.
Can I go to the gatekeeper and just go, what's happened to the TV?
Oh, babes, I don't know. Hold on, let me check. They stand up and they walk over to the TV and they start pushing all the buttons. It's like one of those old TVs that actually has buttons on the face of the TV, on the box. And she's like, "I don't know, it's never done this before. Did you do something? Did you change the thing on the remote or something? I can't get it to work."
So Aark is going to say to the gatekeeper, "Do you know what's happening on the mortal plane? Do you know what's happening down there? Like, do you have knowledge of that sort of stuff?"
As in, like, what's going on right now?
Yeah, like if a bit of scrying paper said "Help us, Aark" on it suddenly appeared, could you tell me like where it was coming from or anything like that?
The gatekeeper starts flicking through the clipboard. You notice when you look at the clipboard that everything that's happening that's as part of your life and Zakaiya and Titus's is kind of being typed out as it happens. So you know that these guys are in a fight right now, and that she kind of looks back over the last page or so with this merfolk and submarine coming up, and she's like, "Well, I've got that it was coming up the Sericles River, and that like there's a box in there and stuff. What did you want to know? It's like it's only coming up as it happens. What do you want to know?"
So I'm gonna look at the gatekeeper and go, I'm gonna start nervous flying, and I'm just gonna shoot in the air and just start flying around.
You hear her go, "Oh, babes, no, come, no!" And you fly off straight up into the air, doing nervous flying. Your wings are twitching. The clouds are kind of like erupting around you. How are you feeling in this moment?
I'm just going for a big circle. Like, you know, when he's like a bird circling something. He's just circling something. He's really worried. But at the same time, I think, who writes in blood? Gosh, that's so cliche, isn't it? You know, even if it's bad, you can get a pen from somewhere. Like, we were hanging out with, what was it in that blooming, what was it? The escape pod. There's a pen in there. Yeah. There was like a coffee machine. There was bread. Like, what more?
I mean, give it a lick. It might be jam. You know,
could be.
Aark licks the page, and it tastes irony. It's blood. It is blood. It's DNA. It's not the sweet jam that you were looking for, I'm afraid.
Damn it.
So yeah, and he also knows that Alec's a badass. So either everything's fine and it's a trap, or everything's not fine and it's a trap. So he's
Aark, you nervously fly around this box realm. You just do what you did before. You keep kind of flying straight and all over the place, and you see the cabana kind of disappear and pop up in new locations like it did before. You're just in the sky, very nervous about this piece of parchment which for 3 months, has not had any single word dot etching on it appear. And then suddenly the words "Help us, Aark" appear. We cut over now back to Magnus Brink's personal quarters on the mezzanine level of this posh barn conversion, where Titus has just caught the wish stone in his hands. Magnus Brink's eyes narrow in wonderment as he watches this athletic ability, but more so the object that he's seen fly through the air. And he looks back and forth between the golden box Titus is holding in his hand and Madame Mordana. He pulls the gag from his mouth and he says, "All this for a shiny stone in a box?" Magnus is going to roll an insight check. Magnus's eyes widen as he looks back at the box and he says, "Well, well, well. I've had a wish stone in my possession this whole time, haven't I, Mystic Helena?" Of course, he's still calling her Mystic Helena because he doesn't know she's Madame Mordana, so he looks directly at her and he says, "Make no mistake, little lassie. When I'm done with you, you'll be watching yourself go potty through your own arsehole." We're back into initiative. Titus, you just caught the box. It is your go. You are looking on at this room. Magnus is over by this desk. Zakaiya is underneath it. Madame Mordana is to your left. You have this box in your hand. What are you doing?
Shut the lid. Shut the lid, first of all. Obviously, shut the lid.
Good lad. Good lad.
Yes.
Shut the lid. Shut the lid. If in doubt, shut the lid.
You shut the lid on this box.
While saying the line, "Stop! I could have dropped my croissant."
We're still on the vines, ladies and gents. We're still on the vines.
Well, didn't we use vines last time as well, didn't we, to entangle him, and then he broke out. So it's all coming round. It's all full 360.
It's all connected.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what to do now in terms of like we're fighting him obviously, but I don't want to kill him because I want to find out what I had to get into the safe. But I suppose he's going to go for Madame Mordana, so I suppose I better kill him or attack him first. At least injure him somewhat.
Yeah, maybe weaken him, and then we can sort of get him in a position where we can go for the jugular, and by that I mean balls, and threaten him a little bit and try and get him to talk about that safe.
He's had his dick absolutely crushed by Titus's foot. Now you're after his balls.
I'm surprised he wasn't like, "Mystic Helena, I've had a wish stone the entire time."
How far away am I from him, Ollie?
You are 15 feet away.
Okay, so I can go up to him and shank him, basically.
Absolutely, if that's what you want to do, yeah.
Let's swing at him with the great sword. Oh, actually, before we do that, because obviously he's calling her Mystic Helena, and I know the real truth. I want to wink at Madame Mordana and say, "En garde," French.
She looks at you. She looks at you and mouths, "What the fuck?"
And then I'll go for him with the old greatsword.
Okay, roll to hit. You stroll up to this guy. You don't push past Zakaiya, but you step around her. These vines in the middle have completely dissipated. Yeah, roll to hit.
Okay. 9.
You miss. You swing down with your greatsword, and he kind of dexterously kind of steps to the side as your sword swings down into the wooden floor. Is there anything else you want to do, Titus?
Can't kick him in the dick as a secondary action, can I? So,
unfortunately, not.
No, I'll just leave it there for now.
Okay, that's the end of Titus's go. It's Magnus now, and bearing in mind this guy is still in his heart-patterned boxer briefs. His AC is low because he's not wearing any of his armor. He looks down towards Zakaiya. He looks up at you, Titus, and he says, "I'm going to stab the little girlie in the back." And he pulls out this sword from the back of this desk, and he raises it up in the air and tries to plunge down into the neck of Zakaiya as she's towards the floor. Zakaiya, you are... Answer me this truthfully. Did you stand up when you threw the thing to Titus, or are you down on your knees?
I thought I was already standing, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not gonna...
I think it was like a shot put action. I think so. She's gone from down. Hey!
I yelled go long. For me, it was like a go out for a pass. It was kind of a standing up affair.
Fine. You, with your movement of chucking this thing to Titus, you have stood up. He will not get advantage on this attack on you. He misses. Absolutely. He only gets a 7. He swings down to you and his short sword, stabs into the wooden mezzanine floor. Goes, and tries to pull it back out with the rest of his action. But that is his turn. It's now Madame Mordana's go. And Madame Mordana waltzes up to him and is going to try and strike him in the face with a quarterstaff.
Go on, love.
Yeah, that definitely hits. 22 to hit this guy. He takes 9 damage from this quarterstaff to the face.
Nice.
He's like, you fucking prick. Stabs this quarterstaff up towards his face. Gets him in the chin. He's like, stands back, pulls his sword out of the wood. That's her go, Zach. We're back to the top of the round. It's your go, Zach.
It is. I'm going to whip out my hand axe and I'm going to attack Magnus Brink. I'm going to try and cleave in the side of his ribs. So take him down, but ideally wind him and knock him down so that we can still interrogate him. I don't want to go for the jugular or anything like that. I don't want to kill him yet.
Okay.
So can I deliver a good blow to the ribs?
You absolutely can. Roll to hit.
So that's actually 21.
Ooh, nice.
Not bad.
You strike this fella straight in the side of the ribs. You have thrown an axe at him. You see him step back, and you see that from all the commotion that's gone on, he's at the top of the stairs. He's right at the top of the stairs. That's where he stood, just so everybody knows. Yeah, you take your attack. You have...
It's going to be like EastEnders. He's going down them stairs.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
You have a bonus action, and you've got loads of movement because you were 5 feet away from him. But yeah, you've got a bonus action.
Okay. Do I have to roll damage?
Sorry, roll damage.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
so that's all right.
Damage.
So I've hit. That's the main thing. So 1d6 plus 3, 8.
8 damage.
Damage.
He takes it like an absolute champ. He is an ex-soldier, now part of the Jackals. But yeah, you see this axe stab into the side of his ribs. He steps back. He's at the very top of the stairs. He pulls the axe out of his ribs and throws it on the ground towards his feet. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. Titus, anything else I could do? I think we're good. I think we just need to get this guy weak enough to manhandle him.
Yeah, how buggered is he, Ollie?
He is looking just over okay.
Okay.
He's a big, tough soldier. You have both managed to push him back towards... Again, he's not got his armor on. He's only got a short sword with him. Titus, that's your go.
First instinct here is, of course, drop kick him down the stairs, but I might do something I don't think I've done before so far in this podcast.
Ooh.
Which is weird, considering my character has a wrestling background. But can I grapple him to the floor so we could maybe tie him up?
Yes, you absolutely can. Make me this is going to be an opposed strength check. So just make me an athletics check, Titus, and he'll make one against you. See if he beats it.
Okay. Oh yeah! What a great roll.
Nat 20. Yeah.
His was bad too. So what did you get?
It was a nat 20, definitely. No, it was it's an 11.
It's an 11. Amazingly, he also got an 11. So, roll again. We go to a roll-off. Do the same again.
Come on, baby. If this keeps happening, I'm switching to the new dice. Because they've clearly lost their... Yeah, they get it. Piece of shit, dog.
Off they go to dice jail.
Titus, what did you get?
10.
10. He got a 16. So, in this opposed, grapple, you get right up in his face. You lock up. You put your hands on his shoulders. He locks you up again, and he's in this instance just slightly stronger than you. So he just pushes you back off of him. He's still at the top of these stairs. That's your action. You have a bonus action and movement.
I kind of want to stand. Really worried about his threats towards Madame Mordana, so I kind of want to go and stand near her just in case. I don't really know if I can do anything really in that moment. But just standing between him, position myself close to Madame Mordana, but between him and her, basically.
Okay, so you go to grapple this guy. He pushes you off, and you step back about 10 feet from him, which means that he's going to get an opportunity attack on you with his short sword. So yeah, he rears his short sword up. That's a 26 to hit you, Titus.
Yeah, that hits, unsurprisingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will now say, Titus, because you went for a grapple on your action, you are now no longer raging. So you will take all of this damage. 5 damage to you as he stabs into you as you step back to guard Madame Mordana. And he says, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. I'm going to get that wish stone. And I'm going to take all my wishes. And I'm going to fucking cut the head off of that little mystic Helena. And show it for this whole town to see. That's his go now against you, Titus, because he took his reaction. It's the end of your turn. Magnus is now going to try and stab into you again. Definitely misses. He gets like an 8. He's so angry and so raged. He lunges forward to try and stab into your abdomen and misses, and his sword goes back into the wood in the floor, and he's just he's like seething. He's really mad. He wants to kill you. He really wants to get at this wish stone now. That's Madame Mordana's go. She is going to, again, from where she is, try and take a quarterstaff attack on him. She misses as well, and all this commotion, she swings past and he ducks out the side. Madame Mordana is now going to, she's going to stand ready for whatever comes next. Zach, that's your go again.
Oh my gosh, well that came around quick. Okay, righty-ho, I'll probably go for another hand axe. This time to the other side of him, if I may.
Absolutely, roll to hit.
6. Does that hit?
6.
Humour me.
Oh yeah, it was 6 hits.
Oh, you just stubbed his toe. Okay, fair enough.
No, yeah, 6.
So that was a wild swing with no payoff, I guess.
Absolutely. Damn. In fact, with a 6, you swing round with this axe and you do a full plie and turn back to exactly where you were. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Just check that no one saw that, really. Just sort of just like stroke back my dreads, like, okay, no one's watching. Titus didn't see. Brilliant, cool. Yep.
So just much stretching. Commotion. Your embarrassment stays within you, in your psyche, in your area. Anything else you're doing with your turn?
No, I think that's it. I just want to weaken the guy so we can capture him.
Okay, Titus, that's your go again.
Well, I didn't work last time, so just stab him again. I think I'll just stab him again, really.
Yeah, I feel like, Ollie, you need to make sure you let us know when he's weak enough for us to attempt to catch him. A bit like, like I was literally thinking that, like it's the worst fucking thing when you kill a Pokemon you want to catch. Oh. So let's just make sure that when he looks weak and he's got hardly any HP left, we're ready to throw a Pokeball.
Okay.
Someone get a great ball at the ready.
Master Ball it, you're fine.
Use the Master Ball on Magnus Brink. What a waste.
That's what you need to do, yeah.
Yeah, Titus, roll to hit.
Shout out to Dice Goblin for my new dice. Not those pieces of shit that someone else bought me as a nice present last summer. There we go. Imagine this is a nat 1 now.
Yeah, don't be a nat 1 now.
Dice Devils strike.
I'm not making this up. It's a nat 1.
It's a nat 1.
Joking.
I'm not making that up.
You've got to be kidding. No.
New dice, nat 1, Adam.
New dice, who this? I think Adam's the problem.
Who dis?
That was, of course, my warm-up roll with my new dice, and now my official roll.
You've now got to go grovelling back to dice jail and convince them to come home with you.
Titus, you swing in with your greatsword, and again, in all this commotion, completely miss. Don't even nick a bit of skin on the chest. This guy is still in heart-shaped boxer shorts, and he's got wounds in his ribs, but you miss on this occasion. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
Throwing away all the dice that I own.
This rescue of me is going really well from from the onlooker's point of view. Just gonna throw that out there.
Kind of a good job the TV's died. Yeah.
Yeah, really glad the telly's off. We would not want you to witness this.
We go to Magnus's turn, and Magnus realizes that he's in a bit of a quandary with all three of you and the commotion. So he turns his head towards the barn doors at the front of this very posh barn conversion, and he shouts, "Lads, get in here!"
Oh shit, we should have gagged him again.
You hear this shout echo across the posh barn, and that's his turn. It's Madame Mordana's go again, and again she's going to try and attack with a quarterstaff. She's going to try and get this guy. Yes, she definitely hits. Raises her quarterstaff up, gets the quarterstaff kind of under his legs, ready to give him a little nut tap with this quarterstaff. 6 damage to Magnus Brink's left testicle. You hear his voice. You hear his voice.
Mariah Carey.
Hitting that high A as the quarterstaff rams into his left testicle. Again, it's the end of her go. Zach, it's your go again.
Oh my god. Am I supposed to go for the other testicle or even things out? Okay, I will go for the other testicle, in fact, with the hand axe. So here goes for a hit. It's not that great. 14.
14 doesn't hit. Swing and a miss.
Damn it all to hell. Okay, I don't really know what else to do. I could what I'm going to do is I'm going to impersonate, with whatever action I've got left, I'm going to impersonate Magnus Brink, and I'm just going to go, "Actually, don't worry, lads, I've sorted it." And just yell at the top of my lungs and hope that the other boys out there just go, "All right, he's fine."
Great work.
Magnus Brink for a few seconds becomes northern, and not Scottish at all. Zakaiya, roll me a deception check.
With pleasure. 9.
9. Okay.
So it was exactly how it sounded.
Insight check coming your way.
Oh dear. Please fail.
The guards outside who he was calling got a nat 1.
Yes.
So guards you've not even seen. You've not seen these people. We cut away outside the barn to 2 guards rushing forward who hear your voice echo through, I don't know, the cracks in this barn, and they go, "Oh, all right."
Can it be that video game thing where there's a massive explosion and one somehow German guy just goes, "Must have been the wind."
Very well done, Zakaiya. Titus, it's your go.
I need to shut this brick up because there's going to be some very confused guards if we don't do that. So, yeah, can I grapple him again whilst simultaneously trying to put my hand over his mouth to shut him up? I suppose maybe that's a secondary action.
No, you absolutely can. That's totally fine. Roll a strength check. This will be opposed, so Magnus will roll one as well.
Okay, right. Here we go, guys.
Come on, you got this.
That's what I'm talking about. 20, unnatural.
Yes.
20, unnatural. Magnus Brink got a 4. So You have this guy grappled. What are you doing with him?
Well, gagging him, first and foremost. That's the most important thing, I suppose. And I don't know if I don't know what of my equipment I've got with me, but I was just looking then before when we were talking about it, and it says in my equipment box here on the Brilliant D&D Beyond that I do have 50 feet of rope. Could I use that to tie him up? Hog tie him, preferably.
You've used your action to grapple him, and yeah, go on then. I'll let you do this. All right. You roll me a sleight of hand check to gag this guy. And what are you doing? So you want to gag and you want to like tie his hands up, or okay?
Yeah, full on hog tie. So his hands and his feet are, so I can carry him like a handbag, preferably.
Okay, sleight of hand. What did you get?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Okay.
Also, just a little kick in the bollocks if this comes off. Just a little flick with the toe as I'm tied. Oh, sorry about that, mate. Oh, just a little.
A celebratory kick in the bollocks.
13.
13 does it.
Oh!
This guy is not. This guy's not wearing any armor. He's in his boxers. You hog tie this guy. You have just done enough to hog tie this guy onto the floor and gagged him. Yeah. What are you doing?
I feel like it's SpongeBob SquarePants. You know the bit where like zooms in on the foot when I feel like it's speeding up or something, and then the big toe comes out and just presses the accelerator down even more. Just want that, but just my big toe, just flick him in the bollocks, because I don't think I can do anything else this go. But just a little like it hurts more if anything sometimes. Just a little bink.
You do a little ding with your big toe. Not even a massive kick. Doesn't take any damage from it, but he is in agony. He is in pain.
I'd love it if Oli just goes, he's dead, dies instantly.
That finished him off.
As Jamie said in a previous episode when he pretended to be Planewalker, my one weakness. It's a little flick to the ball. That's Magnus's go. We're still in initiative. He's going to try and wiggle out of this hog tie. So strength check coming up. Definitely does not do that. He got a 3 to struggle out of these. Struggle out of the hog tie. That's Magnus's go done. It's Madame Mordana, and Madame Mordana just looks at you both, Zakaiya and Titus, and just says, "Do whatever the fuck you want with him."
Jesus.
Code to the safe. Code to the safe.
Oh yeah, we need the code to the safe, don't we?
Magnus, what are your 4 favourite digits? And in preferably the right order.
You say this to this man who's hogtied on the floor, who's also gagged again. So he goes,
Can I say something to Titus, like aside from Magnus, that he won't hear?
Yeah, you can take him aside. Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good idea. I was thinking we could say to him, we'll trade the wish stone for the code to the safe, and then when he gives it to us, just be like, "Nah, motherfucker," and then don't. But I don't think he's...
Two different trains of thought. I was thinking we could threaten to chop off his bollocks if he doesn't give us the code to the safe. So
That's a better idea. I can't believe I didn't think of the bollock route first. So amicable.
So, well, first of all, I don't know. Can I say something, or do I have to wait till it's my go?
No, you can absolutely start chatting.
I think what we need to do here is, I think we have Zach kneel down next to him, his front end, I'm at the back end, front end, and Zach says, just whispers to him, "I'm going to take this gag off now. If you scream, he's going to take off one of your bollocks. And if you don't give us the code to the safe, he's taking all the meat and veg." Okay?
Right, okay.
That's
All right.
simple.
Yep, I can deliver that message, sir.
Wow, this podcast is going to need a warning, isn't it?
It really
Start
is.
of it,
Yeah,
jeez.
it really is.
Looking forward to writing this description.
Zakaiya and Titus become sadomasochists. Cool. So yeah, talk me through this horrific thing that you want to do, please.
Okay, so if I say to Magnus Brink, he's gagged right now, so he can't respond, can he? We're going to take off the gag, and we want you to tell us the code to the safe. If you scream, we will chop off one of your bollocks. So what comes out of your mouth had better be the code to the safe. Otherwise, Hitler has only got one ball will be so poignant.
Amy, I knew you'd get this in somewhere.
Somewhere, always.
You see Magnus Brink think for a second, and then he nods. He nods sullenly.
Okay, all right. So Zach sort of tentatively removes the gag.
Can I ready the greatsword over his testicles, by the way? Ready to plunge it down like I'm...
I was thinking more like you're carving roast beef. Oh, God, this is awful.
I don't think we can put this out, guys.
What I'm picturing is, you know the bit in Mission Impossible 2 when the knife nearly goes in Tom Cruise's eye? That's how close my greatsword is to one of his meat and 2 veg.
Okay. We see the reflection from the Posh lights inside this barn conversion on the greatsword as it glints ever so closely to this hairy nut in a sack.
I just love how hung up Ollie is about the poshness of this barn conversion.
It's a bloody lovely barn conversion.
It's such a lovely barn conversion. It's something that I really want to live in when I'm old and grey. Write your dreams is what they say. Write your dreams.
All the social media for this episode is just going to be like plans of barn conversions that Ollie's been looking at.
Sponsored by some like conservatory patio company.
Fucking Kevin MacLeod over here doing D&D. Little note for No Dice, by the way. We need to tell the story of when Kevin MacLeod came into the Free Radio office and people cared more about that than when international pop stars came in. Holy fuck, it's Kevin MacLeod!
Great story. We'll save that for No Dice, definitely.
There you go, one for No Dice.
Zakaiya, you remove the gag from Magnus Brink's face. And he's not scared. He's not like worried, but he gathers himself and he goes, "Get in here, lads!" and shouts towards the barn door again.
Oh, that was the wrong answer. See, I don't know if you heard.
Big mistake.
Big mistake. Huge. Okay. We're gonna re-gag him ASAP, and Titus, do the honors. Off with his ball.
Titus, give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, 19.
19!
Shattered dice goblin, by the way. They wouldn't have got these on the old shit dice, would they? Come on.
Titus, how much of the Sunday roast are you carving, shall we say?
What did we threaten? I threatened one bollock if he shouted and all of things if he didn't give us the code to the safe. So technically, that's kind of
it's 3.
That's a coupon buster, that is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Titus, you plunge your sword into the wood floor of this posh barn conversion, might I add. He is screaming, "No! Ah!" He's screaming in agony. "Get in here, lads! My lads have gone!"
We did put his gag back on.
did
He
gag
shouldn't
him.
be going.
Sorry, you did. You put the gag back on.
Yeah.
All of that is just muffled.
I love it. You know, like you see the TV things that are like when they just don't really know what to put as subtitles. It just screams in inaudible Scottish. Is that what that's going to say?
We are now back in the initiative as you see the front barn doors open as 2 guards from the jackals burst in, and Magnus is screaming out loud. So you now have 2 extra guards in this barn. We're back into initiative, which means that we're back at the top of the round. Zach, it's your go.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm going to say to him, he's still sort of bound, isn't he?
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
The poor man.
Poor guy. Don't you feel sorry for him, DM?
His testicles are all over this posh barn conversion. Of course I'm furious.
You're more concerned about the barn conversion, and don't you forget it. Okay, I'm going to say to Magnus, so I mean, we're running it. I feel like me and Titus should have had a bit of a layered plan. Like the balls were the last thing we went for. We should have started with like the nails, you know, or like anything that's painful, and then worked our way up to the peen. Anyway,
he knew what he was getting into.
He did. Okay, so we are. The thing is, we can't really. If we kill him, we're not going to know the code. But maybe he's written the code somewhere around here, and a good insight.
Yeah,
check.
he's never given us the code. Dead or alive.
I think the man values his lads, and his lads have left him. And he knew full well you were going to cleave them off. So yeah, I think maybe we just kill him.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's finish him off. Finish his boys off, and then finish the search.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to go for a hand axe blow to the jugular in that case.
Okay, roll to hit.
Nat 20.
Very nice.
So that's actually 23 with my modifier.
23 to hit. This is with your hand axe, sorry.
Hand axe,
Great.
yes.
So this is going to be double damage. So roll your damage, times it by 2.
Perfect. Okay, so 1d6 plus 3, so that's 6. So that's 12. 12
damage with your hand axe, striking into this bound and gagged body of Magnus Brink. He is not having the best day. I can tell you that Magnus Brink he's not on death's door, but he's certainly at the gate that leads up the path to death's door. So great damage with your hand axe there. Are you doing anything else?
No, I'm just gonna say, like, do you know what I'll say? We will. I know you're suffering right now, Magnus. We will let you live if you give us the code for the safe. Like, and you have my word. We will heal you. We both have healing spells, myself and Mystic Helena. We will heal you, and we can put all this behind us if you give us the code to the safe.
You see him very assertively just kind of shake his head and go,
I admire his tenacity. You only have to tickle me to get me to give you absolutely any information whatsoever. So I admire his tenacity.
He is holding in the loudest, just shriekiest screams you have ever heard a man make while he bleeds to death on this floor. Titus, it's your go, my friend.
It's got so dark, hasn't it?
I should probably have thought about this sooner, but before I hack a man to death who I've just made a bloody... Is it a eunuch?
A eunuch.
Made him into a eunuch?
You've made him a eunuch.
Is there anything we can do with this wish stone, Madame Mordana, to sort this situation out any better than what it is right now? That's a bit late, I realise, but I just thought of it.
She looks at you, Titus, and she says, if we use the wish stone now, we're not going to get to use it on Aark. And as much as I would like to get out of this situation, I think we've got to try and fight our way out and use this wish stone to bring Aark back. Everybody cool with that?
Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, unless the thing in that safe is 10 more wish stones, we don't want to risk it.
Yeah. Can I just, as she's barely finished the sentence, and I go, thought so, and then just swing the great sword to try and cleave what's left of Magnus Brink in half.
Absolutely. Roll to hit.
11
misses. So you swing down into the wooden floor, missing his bound. But hold on, roll with advantage. So roll again, please.
Oh yeah, because he's bound.
He's bound and gagged on the floor. With melee attacks, you have advantage.
14.
14 misses.
Ha!
Again, you swing down into him, completely miss his body. That is Magnus Brink's go again. He's going to try and get out of this hog tie. He's still there. It's Madame Mordana's go. Madame Mordana turns towards where the two guards are who have walked in to the barn, push these barn doors open, and are shouting up towards you all. She's going to cast Hold Person at level 3. To try and hold these two guards exactly where they stand. These guards have got to make a wisdom saving throw. She successfully grapples in place one of these guards, and another guard is still free. and on his turn starts to run towards the stairs to come up. She successfully has one of these guards just completely paralyzed in place, with this other guard running up the stairs. Zakaiya, that's your go again.
Oh gosh, okay. Let's finish Magnus Brink off then. So I'll go for another hand axe attack.
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. I don't think it's gonna. No, I don't think it will. 8. So, no.
8 misses.
Miss.
Anything else you're doing with your turn?
So Mystic Helena's got these, well, Madame Mordana's got these guards, hasn't she?
She's got one of them, so one of them is held in place down below.
Where is the other one again?
The other one has used his movement to run towards the stairs. Not up the stairs yet, but at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Could I hide near the stairs so that I can ambush him?
Ooh.
Is there anywhere to hide? If I maybe did a perception check or...
Because you're up here and you've seen the area that you're fighting in, you won't need to roll a perception check. But in order to hide from this guard, because as you come up the stairs, I'm going to describe a Posh barn conversion again, but on this mezzanine floor, there are lovely pillars and banisters all around the fence around this mezzanine level. So to hide from this guy, you would have to get prone on the floor. Or if you wanted to, you could hide behind the bed.
Yeah. I'll hide just so that I'm out of sight so I could get an ambush attack.
Roll a stealth check.
11.
11.
Yeah.
11 does it. His level is down. He's down another level, so he from the bottom of the stairs looking up towards the base of the wooden floor, he can't see where you are, so an 11 lets you get behind this bed and hiding. That's your action. You've got bonus action or some more movement if you want, but I guess you want to stay where you are.
Yes, I would do for the time being. Can my druid circle my totem be a bonus action?
Does it say it's a bonus action? I'm pretty sure.
As a bonus action, you can magically summon an incorporeal spirit to a point you can see within 60 feet of you. The spirit creates an aura in a 30-foot radius around that point, counts as neither a creature or an object, but it lasts for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated, and it gives some buffs. So basically, every creature in the aura, me and Titus, and maybe Madame Mordana, I don't know whereabouts she is actually, gain extra hit points, and we get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. So yeah, I'll activate the bear totem as well, and that can sit near me and Titus.
Just to be clear on that, that's strength checks, not attack rolls or anything. It just says strength checks and...
Yeah, it just says, your allies gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, lovely. Titus, that is your go. You have Magnus Brink bound and gagged on the floor, Zakaiya hiding behind a bed, and Madame Mordana just at the edge of this mezzanine floor, holding one person.
I don't think I did this the first time, and I realised that you sort of said earlier that it stopped. But shall I rage? I'll rage now. I haven't raged before, I don't think. So I'll rage. Now we're getting 3 men in the fight. Let's have this out.
You bonus action rage.
Yes, and let's try and finish off Magnus Brink, because I've got a good pun. I don't know if we're going to get to use it. Put the cart before the horse a little bit here.
Okay. So, hoping that this goes well, a pun will ensue. Roll to hit Magnus Brink.
Talking about, baby. Thank you, Dice Goblin. 21.
21 to hit. You hit this guy. Roll your damage.
Which one's the D6, guys? 12 damage.
Titus, finish Magnus Brink.
Yes!
Yeah.
Go for it, mate.
Stab him up the arse with a sword. Is that all right?
Kebab him? Yeah, I mean, what little dignity this man has left.
Like, stab him and then lift him up, basically, yeah, to show the bloke running towards him what he's about to run into. But before I do that, whisper in his ear, I suppose you didn't get away scot-free.
Oh, nice. You kebab this man. This is so good. You raise him with one strong right arm right up into the air. Ah! As you scream. Titus, roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
Ooh.
Yes, do it.
16.
Titus, as you hold this dead, garroted, mutilated Scotsman on a great sword above your head. This guard, who has clearly come in to try and save the day, turns frightened.
Grandpa Simpson's it, basically.
Turns frightened from the stairs and runs all the way out of the barn. Just screaming out of the barn like, not me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. So one of the guards has left the fight. That's Magnus Brink's go, and he's dead. So we go on to the next guard, who Madame Mordana has cast Hold Person on. So essentially he walked into the barn, he's frozen, he's paralyzed, he's going to roll a wisdom saving throw to try and get out of it. Oh, wow. Okay, this guy gets a nat 20, so he gets out of Hold Person. It's at the end of his go, so he can't do anything else. It's now Madame Mordana's go again. And
she holds him again. He just wiggles out and she's just like, yep.
You see Madame Mordana, like she did in the library, pulls the cloak back off her head, rips it from her body and scatters it across the other side of this mezzanine floor, runs to the edge of this mezzanine floor, plants her foot on the balcony, jumps, and is going to stab down into this guy 30 feet through the air into the top of this guy's head to try and kill him where he stands.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, she hits with a 22. Oh my god. She does 12 damage and instantly kills this guard as he stands.
Bloody hell. Insta-kill.
Can me and Zach turn to each other and go, it's a bit much, isn't it?
I mean, there's no need to show off. Come on.
Give him the chance to leave. His mate got to leave.
After Titus has just kebabbed this geezer and chopped off his nuts, we're just like, a bit much though.
Whoa, yeah.
I think you took it too far, really. You could have.
You see this guard's head, like his skull is just in where his neck should be. Just completely concave and in. In fact, his head starts poking out of his chest.
What's that guy from 90 Day Fiancé called? That's what he looks like. Big Ed, is it?
Yes.
Oh my god, this is such a graphic episode. I'm so sorry, listeners, if you're having your lunch.
Everyone's be like, "Oh, it was a really short episode this week, wasn't it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I had to edit out all the mutilation."
Yeah.
Like, we've only got a half an hour episode.
What are you gonna do, Titus? And then I beep and a beep and
Yeah.
a beep. Oh, brilliant stuff.
With Madame Mordana raining down this quarterstaff into this guard's head, killing him where he stands, you are all out of combat.
That's how I wish we'd done it back in the library.
Yeah.
Right. Shall we? We've got the wishstone safe. Yep.
That's just been in my hand the entire time, I've realised. One hand just tying people up, cutting their bollocks off. Meanwhile, other hand, that's quite important, this, isn't it?
Titus stood there single-handedly doing everything with a wishstone box and a wishstone in his hand. Zakaiya, you are hidden behind the bed. You didn't get to do your little sneak attack.
Oh, I was sorry about that, yeah.
Ah, it's all right. Don't worry. I'd rather we be out of combat for sure.
Yeah.
And also, the intimidation thing has kind of intimidated me as well. So I'm still behind the bed, just like.
Ollie, how big's the box compared to the wishstone? Like, how much space is there still in that box?
There's a lot of space. It's like a jewelry box, and the stones may be the size of, I don't know, the base of like a glass cup, like a pint glass. It's like that size.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted to put, like, I don't know, severed penis and testicles in there alongside it, that'd be possible.
Yeah, you absolutely could do that, Titus. Yeah. What? Why? Why? What are you thinking of
Aark
doing?
comes back to life. Oh, what did you use? This! Oh my god!
And Aark's look, we didn't read the small print properly, and we know that there's obviously going to be something wrong with Aark if he comes back. He looks down, he's like, why have I got penises for legs? Some voodoo shit.
So yeah, Titus, you could get some genitals in that box.
What do you mean? You might need them. I always, yeah. I'm very much one of those ones who plays video games. I collect everything and never use it.
Right. So you stuff this penis and balls into this box. Titus, I imagine you pocket the wish stone. You put the wish stone in your sporran, in your kilt, or somewhere.
Oh yes, in one of my utility pockets.
Yep. Keep that safe. Double zip that bastard. Keep that safe.
And can we have a look around, see if there's a code for a safe written anywhere?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Madame Mordana joins you upstairs on the mezzanine level again, and she says, "What are you guys looking for? What are you trying to?"
Well, there's a safe down there, so we think somewhere in here there might be a code for said safe. Maybe there'll be something in there we can use, or maybe even something that can help us in our fight against the jackals.
Yeah, maybe. I don't want to do it personally, but if someone wants to search that man's body for anything that might be on his person, go for it. I'll check all the other drawers. Titus jumps in at the first. Yes, I will look over his body, no problem.
Just
what's
hold it up
left of it?
Yeah, I hold him up on the sword and just sort of spinning. See if anything falls out.
Blood and guts splatters the walls.
Like a wet kebab, Titus spins this man on this sword, and nothing falls out of his person because he was wearing boxer briefs with no pockets.
Yeah, he doesn't leave much to the imagination, does he? He hasn't got any pockets or anything.
No.
Okay. Should we search?
Yeah, have a search if you want. Madame Mordana checks a few drawers. She doesn't find anything, unfortunately. Amy, if you want to roll an investigation check, go ahead.
Yep, I did 16.
You search some drawers in the desks. You search, in fact, you search the whole room with a 16, and you don't find any numbers, any letters, anything that looks like a code to this safe in this room.
Yeah, this safe, how's it, like, is it a keypad? Is it one of them twisty things?
It's a keypad.
Four digits, we assume.
Yeah.
6969, just try that.
You type in 6969. You see a little image come up on the keypad that says 2 tries left.
Is there a significant date, like a date that the jackals arrived in Ilyiad, or?
Madame Mordana kind of steps to you into this conversation, and she says, "Well, that was 3 months ago, so that would have been high summer. I mean, nothing springs to mind that's like a favourite number of his or something that would. As much as I hated this man, I didn't get to know him very well, so I don't know anything specifically about, I don't know, dates in his life or numbers that he might like. 69 was a good thought, Titus, but not the one on this occasion."
Oh man, this is gonna really bug me. We probably don't even need it, but it's just the fact that it's forever gonna sit there and we'll never know what's in it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Is there any way, Ollie, we could try and bust into it?
You're looking at the safe. Both roll me history checks.
What'd you get, Titus?
17.
Nice. I only got a 13, so go with Titus.
Titus, you look at this safe, and you know from the metal that this safe is made out of, it's mithril, and therefore it was made out of the exact same material that bound Aark's wings together in the first few episodes. So you know that it's super strong and incredibly tough to break. Like, a mithril chain is easier to break than a mithril safe, so you know where you stand on how thick this metal is.
Thick with 2 C's. Yeah.
Thick with 2 C's, baby.
No way we're getting in there. Is she thick?
Madame Mordana kind of looks around the room a little bit and she says, "Look, if we get Aark back and alive, we can come back through her if you want and have another look around, but I think the important thing is getting back to that library and trying to bring back Aark."
Yeah, I agree.
Can I wiggle a Brink off the end of my sword now. I feel like it's got awkward now. He's just hanging about.
You tip him off the sword. He slides off.
Yep. Trying to get a loose sausage off a pair of tongs. Come on. There we go.
He falls in a heap on the floor, and you guys head back towards the library. No need to crawl on your tummies again. There's no commotion outside in the streets. Everybody at this time, from what you know, is in the mines at the moment where the jackals are. So nobody's really looking for you all that much.
Only concerning thing is that one guy got away and ran off screaming about Titus's kebabi antics. So I'm a little bit concerned that he might have dobbed us in it. But Ollie's nodding, which means yes, we're fucked. Okay, all right.
I was just nodding because you were bringing up a very good point there, Amy. That's all.
Word could have spread.
So you head back towards the library. You go under the chain link fence. You walk down the stairs, and you see Aark's body lying on the pyre at the end. Madame Mordana turns to you in this moment, Titus, and she says, "Take this. You'll need it for Operation Bring the House Down." And she hands you a map of the mines that she got from Kuda. And she says, "Get the bombs from Kuda and have a blast."
Operation Home Alone, baby.
Madame Mordana opens her hand towards you, Titus, and says, "Can I have the wish stone?"
Really tempted to plonk the cock and bollocks in her hand right now. But yeah, give her the wish stone. Just go, oh, wrong pocket. Oh, no. There we go.
Saving that for later.
Oh, dear. You hand her the wish stone.
But I also say, unwish stone, as I give it to her.
And she says, back to you, Titus, "Merci beaucoup."
Oh! Hey!
Well played, Eminem. Madame Mordana.
Go to French kisser. No, I'm joking.
Madame Mordana walks over to the body of Aark, lying there solemnly, hands across his chest, lying on the paper-made pyre. She turns back to you, Titus and Zakaiya, and she says, "This could go really well, or it could go really badly. Either way, this might be the last time you see me or Aark."
Can we ask a question? Madame Mordana. Oh, actually, hang on. Just to quickly clarify something just outside of the game. So, did Madame Mordana... We found out that she'd already been to the Box Realm, didn't we? But did we find that out from Aark and the Gatekeeper?
Titus and Zakaiya do not know that fact.
We don't know that. No, that's cool. That's what I was just clarifying. I couldn't remember if that was something she'd brought up or something we'd overheard. Okay, cool. So, Zach and Titus don't know that. Grand. Okay. In that case, I won't ask anything because I don't know.
I feel like Jamie's exploding, wanting us to say things here, but I obviously can't say anything. Or, as she says, give her a hug. Always nice to have a hug. Particularly, COVID and all that bollocks.
She hugs you back. Yeah, she hugs you back. She really appreciates the hug.
And I hold her on her shoulders and I say, if this is the end, it's not goodbye. It's just au revoir.
Au revoir, mon ami.
She rolls her eyes at me. She goes, yeah, bye.
She rolls her eyes at you. She smiles. And she pulls you in for a hug, Zakaiya.
Mm-hmm.
And even though your head kind of nuzzles in her shoulder and chest, and you feel the drip of a single tear kind of run from her eyes and land on your cheek. She pulls you out of the hug and she says, "We're going to do this?"
Yeah, I guess we are. And, oh god, I'm dreading this, but it's the only way we can try and bring him back. Let's just hope that nobody is harmed and we don't have to sacrifice anything.
She sighs. She turns towards Aark's body and advances towards it. And she grasps the wish stone in her left hand, kneels down, and places her right hand on Aark's chest. A swell of bluish hue starts to surge across her body and into Aark's, and you see a torrent of wind rush around the two of them as if they're caught in the eye of a storm. And you hear Madame Mordana raise her head to the roof and say, Aramis, Shinigami, Lopar, Oshi, and Ra, Mother, Tempo, Tiki, Hoth, and Zorath. Grant this body the life it needs to succeed and rectify the soul so it may play out its true purpose among the chaos of this plane. Hear my call, usher in energy and restore life and end my part as a willing host and chaperone. Truly resurrect this man. An electrical storm appears in the rafters of this library and crashes from above, striking the lifeless body of Aark. All sound becomes void from your ears as torrential rain starts to fall inside the basement of this library. A miracle, indoor rain from the rafters of this basement library. Madame Mordana is now going to roll an Arcana check to see how well she casts this spell. If you want to know more about this, I suggest that you listen to No Dice, where we are going to talk about this in depth.
Oh, okay.
But here comes the Arcana check from Madame Mordana. Madame Mordana steals herself away from this moment, this instant of casting this spell. And she looks straight into your eyes, Zakaiya. And she says, Your mum is proud of you, Zakaiya. Alyssa is proud of you. And she disappears from existence. Particles just evaporate. She turns to dust. She is completely gone. There is no remains of Madame Mordana where she was. You see the wish stone still high above where Madame Mordana's head was, and you see energy going into Aark's body and also going back into this wish stone. The wish stone hovers. It ignores or refuses to acknowledge the laws of gravity where it is, and then the wish stone starts to fall towards the ground.
Can I catch it? I don't know. Do we catch it? Do we catch it?
Yeah.
Roll me an athletics check if you want to catch this wish stone.
25.
Okay.
25.
That's good. That's very, very good.
You see Madame Mordana is no more. She is gone. There is no evidence of her ever existing in the space that she was. You dive forwards as this wish stone falls to the ground. Zakaiya, you prop Titus's arm up as he reaches out and push him forwards towards where this wish stone is falling. Titus, in another clutch move, you catch this wish stone in your hand and bring it into your chest like a brilliant cricket catch, down into the chest. And you slide along the floor towards Aark's body. Aark, you see a purple corporeal doorframe appear out of a fluffy white ground, like an elevator rising to its chosen floor. And you see out steps of this corporeal area a very tired looking half-orc woman. And you see the gatekeeper looks up and says, Hello, Miss Mordana. Welcome back. It's been a long 5 years. And Madame Mordana says, Hello, gatekeeper. Hello, Aark.
I guess I've been So I picture myself just nervous flying this whole time. So
Have you been like shitting everywhere as well? The gatekeepers had to put newspaper down.
Yeah, you've been nervously flying around. You've had this piece of scrying paper like in your hand, looking at it while you've been flying around with it, just saying "Help us, Aark" on it. And you see this door frame open. Madame Mordana steps through, and the gatekeeper acknowledges her in this box realm.
So I'm gonna just land next to her. And how does she look? How does Madame Mordana look?
She looks tired, but she looks satisfied that she's there. She looks okay with where she is and hopeful. You don't need to roll an insight check to know that. Okay. You can just tell from a glance.
I'm just gonna give her like the biggest of hugs. My wings gonna go around her as well, like a proper bird hug.
Yeah.
And just go, you didn't have to do this.
Aark, I was given a second chance to play out my life and do what I needed to do. Until this moment, I had no idea what that was. But now, I know it was to give you a second chance.
Can I turn to the gatekeeper and go, Gatekeeper, can you make sure she gets where she needs to go?
Oh, don't you worry, babes. I will make her the most comfortable she has ever been. Might even spend a few hours in the spa before we have to go, you know. Have a manicure, have a pedicure. Have you had your nails done? No, you've been living in a shithole for the last however many years. We'll get you sorted out, babes. Do not worry.
Sorry, I'm just going to give the gatekeeper a massive hug as well.
Oh.
And just say, this has been an experience. I look forward to seeing you again someday.
I look forward to seeing you too, Aark. But before you go, could you fill out this Yale review? Like, give us 5 stars, maybe go on Google, because we need the reviews up just so my bosses are happy. If you wouldn't mind filling in this survey, just when you get down there, it's absolutely fine. Just, tell them who you were with and how the spa was and all that. Would you do that for us, babes?
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take the clipboard. Do I still have the remote in my hand as well?
You can do, yeah.
I'm gonna slip that remote into my bag.
Oh, thief!
You're not going to get invited back.
Ollie's thinking, what the fuck is he going to do with that remote?
As long as it's not decapitate someone's genitals with it, we're all good. We're all fine. You put the TV remote in your bag and you embrace the gatekeeper. And Madame Mordana turns back to you and she says, you get your new family to Mount Ujia. Find Mr. Hirokoshi and go do what you need to do. Look, I know Zakaiya and Titus look up to you, like to steer them in this journey. But it's worth knowing that even a parent or guardian needs a helping hand every once in a while. Aark, don't shut them out. Let them in. Madame Mordana reaches into a pocket inside her cloak, and she presents a necklace with a pendant on it to you, Aark. And it's at this point in the podcast that I'm going to ask Jamie to keep his headphones on and ask Amy and Adam to remove theirs for the time being, please.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm going to go get a drink. I was thirsty anyway.
You take those headphones off. You take those headphones off. She holds the pendant and necklace up to you, Aark, and she says, if Zakaiya wants to learn the truth about her mother, then this map will lead her to the remaining members of the Femme Fatales. At a quick glance, Aark, you see that the pendant, no bigger than a wine cork, displays a map of the entire solar system on it. And Madame Mordana says, I know it was her I sang to in Alyssa's tummy, I just know it. You're her guardian now, Aark. Do as you have done all this time and protect her with your life, not just for this greater cause you three are clearly a part of, but because she's a young, mixed-race woman in a world full of ignorant, supremacist bastards. Be the father figure that her real dad could never be. I know you will.
Absolutely. I will look after her like she's one of my own. Like one of my own fledglings.
I take it the thumbs up is a sign we're allowed to come back.
Yeah.
That's
That was
right.
awesome.
That's
Okay,
right.
cool.
Adds you back on? You back on?
Back in the game, baby.
Back in the game, baby. The gatekeeper puts their arm around Madame Mordana and walks her off into the mists of the clouds. And before the humanoid shapes dissolve under the dense fog, you hear Madame Mordana say, I want to have a word with Zakaiya and Titus about using healing potions during combat. Could have avoided this whole situation if they had.
I'm surprised she's not more pissed, to be honest.
And Aark, you see the gatekeeper and Madame Mordana usher off into the misty, the misty fog and clouds and disappear.
As I walk through that door, I want to shout back to them. They didn't even do a medicine check.
Aark, you step through this purple corporeal doorframe and you start to fall. You start to fall through this vortex of just wind and clouds and purple colours, flashes of violet and crimson as well. And you hear an otherworldly voice say, Are you willing?
I pull my wings back and go into a full nosedive and just scream, yes.
Woo!
Amazing. Aark, you dive. And you dive through clouds and the atmosphere, it feels like. And you impact into your body without even seeing it. And you wake up. Sopping wet. Lying on a pile of torn book pages atop a Titus-made pyre with water rapidly rising all around you as the miracle of this indoor rain falls. Aark, your eyes open.
Is my stuff in reach of me?
It is.
I'm going to reach for my short sword, unsheath it, and look at these two and go, let's kill some jackals.
He's back! Yes! Our boy is back!
Come on!
Welcome back to the living, Aark. Well done. You have successfully revived Aark in the basement of this library. The rain is falling in this library, and it's rapidly rising. Like when Aark stands up off this pyre, it'll be up to his waist, and everybody else, it'll be up to, up your shins. So, what are you doing?
I guess there's not much time. Aark, are you okay? What? We're so sorry. It was all our fault.
Zakaiya, it's not your fault.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit my fault, to be honest.
Yeah, no, what? No. No, people.
We're just
it's life.
We're so glad to have you back, but it became apparent as soon as Madame Mordana started casting that whatever it was with that wish stone, she knew full well she would have to give her own life. And I feel terrible, but I'm so glad you're here.
And I just want to say, I feel dreadful, and I have felt dreadful for neglecting to save you in that battle. And on the off chance that we ever got to see you again, I got you a present to sort of signify how I feel about this whole thing.
Don't open the box.
Pass in the
mate.
wishstone box, please. Ollie, pass in the wishstone box.
Don't open the box, mate. Don't open the box.
Pass in the wishstone box. There you go, pal. Open it up.
Can I just sort of like intercept it and just be like, later. We'll have a look at it later. Let's just get out of this. There's a time and a place, and you won't appreciate it right now. You will later. There's a story to be had with it.
I'm going to flip my wings out and just bring them all in for a hug.
Yay!
And just go, you're both my heroes. Thank you so much for saving me.
Oh, that's actually really made me quite emotional. I'm so happy you're back, Aark. We would be lost without you. And
Yeah, thank fuck we need now we got someone to turn to in battles when we've no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you've saved us more times than we can count, so thank you so much.
How is this water getting on?
It's up to everybody's waists now, and Aark, it's probably like up your chest.
Probably going to take a low hover if I can, and try and jump out of this water, flap my wings, and just be like above everyone.
Yeah.
And just go. Oh, did we manage to get that book about Petrosolidus?
No, sadly. Check the one under your head though. It'd be a bit soggy right now, but I just know that's the one Titus would have used.
Aark, if you want to roll me an investigation check to try and find a book, go for it. Anybody else as well, if they want to roll investigations to try and get this book. Zakaiya, you will have advantage on this roll because you're the only one that's actually seen all the books.
Yes.
I rolled a nat 20.
Did you really?
What?
Yeah, I did.
Did you really?
I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20 in my 2 rolls of this day.
I've just rolled a nat 20 as well. on my second. It's a good job I had initiative. Good job I had advantage because my first one was 16 and this one's a 20.
Shut it. You 2 nat 20s. Titus, what did you get? Tell me it's a nat 20.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I got a 9.
Amazing. Right. So what was going to happen here, listeners, is that they were going to roll, and if it was good enough, then I'd like, roll a d6, and let's see what number you get. And that's how many books you get. 2 nat 20s, you find all 5 of those books that you have seen, Zakaiya. They're just kind of like, they're floating about on top of the water as you make your way towards the stairs.
They come to me. They just float past me.
Yeah.
Just bob to you.
It's like you're a Disney princess. They're just all coming towards you.
Yeah, little birds fly in and pick up these books and tweet and drop all these books in your satchel while you're bobbing about. So Zakaiya, you find book number 1, Master of Disguises 101. Book number 2, Prophesizing the Prophecies. Book number 3, Why Do I Look Different to Mummy and Daddy? Book number 4, Building a Weapon of Unthinkable Magnitude. And book 5, which you didn't see before. How the Ancients Traveled the Galaxy, a study on how to go home.
Ooh.
So you grab these books, you pick them up and put them in your satchels. I'm guessing you're all heading for the stairs and up to the higher floor?
We sure are.
Right.
Yep, let's get out of here.
You head up the stairs and into the main room of the library where you broke into. Titus, you have the map for the mines. She has, in her final words to you, told you to get the bombs from Kuda. So what are you guys doing?
Can I be selfish and ask a question about Aark?
You absolutely can.
What spell was used to bring him back?
What spell?
Yeah.
True Resurrection.
So my leg's fixed.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Do a backflip.
Nice.
Do a backflip.
Do a backflip.
Test
Celebrate. So I take it that means that you are back as you were, like in your sort of unscathed form.
Aark, you are no longer hobbling. You no longer have shrapnel in your knee or in your hip. It's as if, being a 25-year-old bird person, it's as if you are 10 years old and in your prime.
I'm going to backflip.
Yeah, do it.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Okay. Aark, in your first official backflip of the campaign, roll me an athletics check.
11.
You feel this youth and energy rush through your body, and normally if you were doing some kind of aerial acrobatics, you'd flex your wings out to save you as you spun around, but you push yourself up from the ground, you tuck your little talons in and go for the flip, and you land on your face. You're on your front, but you land on your face amongst a pile of books.
I'm going to get up like it didn't happen. And just not even look at anyone and just continue to walk out of the library, I guess.
Yeah.
I do. Your beak's now slightly bent out of shape.
Yeah, you continue to, beak bent out of shape. You continue to walk towards the edge of the entrance of the library. Sorry. What is your guys' plan from here? What are you doing?
Shall we go and get to Kuda and then get the bombs? And also maybe the holocard too, depending if he's had a go at that. I don't know how much flirting Madame Mordana did.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. All right, guys.
You exit the library through the corrugated metal that you snuck in before. You go around the back of the library to the same place that Zakaiya and Titus cross the road to get to the barn, and you see the electronics store. Everybody roll me a perception check.
It's another nat 20.
God.
Aark,
He's back with a vengeance.
Oh,
he
that's
is. Aark is back. Rolling nat 20s. Aark, there is nobody in the street right now.
Amazing. No need to sneak then.
I think be a bit stealthy. Be a bit stealthy about it.
I mean, I didn't think we're going to go... We're not going to link arms and skip like the Wizard of Oz. We're not going to off to see the wizard.
Boys are back in town. Boys are back in town.
Okay, if you're all stealthing across the road to this electronics store, everybody give me stealth checks. Just all holding hands, skipping. Yay!
We're off to see the wizard.
Aark, what did you get?
9.
Zakaiya?
I got 19.
Titus?
11.
11. Even with a 9, Aark, nobody notices that you guys are all sneaking down this street towards the electronics store. You get outside the electronics store and you look in and you see Kuda at his desk finishing up these bombs.
Casual. Let's hope no one's been looking through the window. Okay, shall we go in? Where's his bird? Can we see his bird?
You don't see the bird anywhere.
Oh, interesting. Curious. Okay. What do you guys think? Straight in? Just like, or, kind of, do we knock?
I think we just get in, don't we?
Yeah.
As quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Go. Let's not hang around in the street.
You get into the electronics store. The bell on the door goes. You close the door behind you and enter. Kuda notices you all come in and kind of smiles towards you all and bows. And you see him from under the desk produce these hefty fucking bombs. Like, they're probably about the size of like a box of A4 paper, like C4 with remote detonators in it. Plonks them on the table, puts his hands together and bows towards you all.
Hey, Kuda. There for us, I take it?
About that date.
Yeah, or maybe he might not give us bombs if we tell him that. She's fine.
In answer to Zakaiya's question, when you say they're for us, he again smiles and nods.
Thank you, Kuda. We promise that we will use these bombs to rid Ilyiad of the jackals once and for all.
Grins with the biggest smile, happiest smile on his face. He couldn't be happier that you guys are going off and doing this. And he turns back to his workbench and carries on working on another project that he was working on before he got this request from Madame Mordana.
Hey, Kuda, do you remember the holo card that we dropped in here yesterday? Yeah, I want to say yesterday. The days are all kind of rolled into one. Whenever we were last here, this guy still had a limp at that point. Points to Aark. We brought in a holo card. We spoke to your feathered friend.
Just as you say this, Zakaiya, the feathered friend flies into the room with the holocard in its talons and goes,
Hey!
holocard, and drops it straight into your hand, Zakaiya.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So how do I access this? How do I see what's on it?
Who are you speaking to, Kuda or the bird?
I'm actually speaking to... Was it me who knew about it, or was it Aark? I thought it was a history check that Aark had done, and he knew more about it than me. But I'll ask the bird. I'll say, how do I access this?
Oh, hello, my dear. Welcome back to the shop. Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you.
No problem at all. I believe the holocard that's now in your possession that I released from my talons in the rafters of this building should now be unlocked for you. I think it is unlocked, but it's a time unlocked, if you see what I mean. So from certain out of office hours, this holocard will activate. You should be able to just hold it up to your face and it will come open. At the moment, we've been looking at it all day, and it seems to open out of normal office hours. So you might have to wait until later in the night for it to give you anything back as you look at it.
Okay, all right. So we're still in office hours right now, I guess. But if we wait for a little bit, and I don't know, past 5 p.m. or whatever, and then we look at it, it'll do something, yeah?
Yeah, that's.
I'm just kind of holding it up right now. I'm just sort of looking at it and being like, okay, yeah, it's definitely not doing anything right now.
You hear the bird go. That's correct, my dear. Thank you so much for your custom, and thank you so much for sending in that saucy Manx Madame Mordana. Really put a smile on Kuda's face while he was working on his project. So thank you so much for what you're doing and what you've done.
Yeah.
Yep, lovely. Well, I'm sure they'll be very happy together. Cheers to Kuda and Madame Mordana.
Are you all just backing out of the electronics store as you say this? Just
smiling, yeah.
Okay, bye then. You grab the bombs off the desk, you grab the detonators, you have the holocard on you. It is currently 6 p.m. because when you turned up at Magnus Brink's, it was 5 p.m. So still the same day, but it's 6 p.m. at the moment. You have the bombs, you have the holocard. What are you doing?
Pub.
You say pub.
Always pub, isn't it?
Yeah.
I did say pub, yeah.
You're going to go back.
Blackberry mead.
I don't know. Do we presumably if it's still 6 p.m. and it's still not working, they're still down the mines. Before you came back from the dead, I may have butchered a man, Aark, but it was a safe there. Was it worth nipping back there and trying to see if anything's in the safe that might help us with our mission if this holocard's still not working yet?
Could you open the safe?
Oh, we couldn't open the safe. No, sorry.
No, we couldn't find a code for it anywhere.
And we threatened him, and he didn't tell us, so I cut his bollocks off.
If you want to keep the element of surprise and bury a load of jackals, then I think we just need to blow up the mines tonight. And
cool.
If that goes well, then the safe will still be there.
Very good point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not blowing up like the whole village, are we? Jesus, it's just the mines. So, yeah.
I'm interested, actually, you said that, because there's no one around, is there?
And there's also no way of knowing how strong these bombs are. We could be nuking this place.
Are there any villagers about?
None that you can see.
Oh, shit, they're in the mines as well.
Oh, my God. Fuck. Okay, yeah, we need more of a plan then, don't we? They're in the mines too. We're going to casually commit genocide if we're not careful.
Just going to kill.
Yeah, we've already had a kebab. In this episode's gone too far in many ways.
Can this episode get any worse?
I don't think it can. They think it's all over. It is now. Oh my word!
Can we go back to the electronics shop?
Now that you've backed out of it, you absolutely can do. Yes.
So we go back in and we go. What languages does the bird speak?
Well, he is a bird, isn't he? He's just
It's because Amy can speak to animals willy-nilly, so it's
I can cast Speech of the Woods or whatever it is, so I can chat to him.
As an Aarakocra, I can speak Aarakocra and Auran. So if it's one of those two languages, I can speak with him as well.
It's a mix of both, so you could absolutely have a chat with this bird if you wanted to.
Meanwhile, I just shout, "Polly, want a cracker?" while you guys are talking.
Pieces of 8.
So can I just go, hello there, kind sir. Can you aid me with the predicament that we have here?
Hello there, my feathery friend, my fellow feathery friend. What kind of predicament are you in? Is it something that Kuda can sort out for you?
Maybe, and I just want to compliment you on your fantastic plumage there. That's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you
nice
so
one,
much.
Aark. Smooth.
Oh, yeah.
The fight pits.
Yes, the fight pits, yes.
Do all the villagers go to the fight pits?
Oh, it's mandatory. They're made to be there, yes.
Shit. And
Oh no! This has released a shark part 2. We've made an incredible plan, and it's all gone tits up already. Could we disguise ourselves as jackals and act like we're working in the mines, and then?
I definitely could. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
as a giant bird, yes. Yeah. Also, I could 100% disguise myself.
This is Titus. You may remember him from such roles as a tree. Yeah.
You guys have seen the entrance to the mines, because from where the tavern is and where the electronics store is and where that junction was that you first saw those two buildings, you see straight up, kind of, I don't know, like a 20-degree hill or something, the mouth of this cave. So it's just one straight road all the way up to it. And it doesn't look very busy on the outside, but if you wanted to investigate, have a look, at the mouth of the cave, or even check out the map that you've got for the mines, then you absolutely can do.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, we have that map, don't we?
Can I plop the map down on the desk and we can all have a look at it?
Great. You pop the map down of the mines on the desk, and you see that the mines themselves, the entrance to the mine is a very long cave that's about 100 foot long. And it goes into one massive chamber in the middle. And you see that on the map that lots of little chambers kind of break off from it all the way around in a circle, with lots of little alleyways and passageways that can help you navigate around the whole of the mines without going into the center of the main chamber.
So, can I ask the bird? Sorry, I forgot the bird's name. Did we actually get the bird's name?
I don't know if we did. What's his name, Ollie? Here we go.
No, do you know
What's
what?
His name, Ollie?
I knew I should have remembered this, because I gave the bird a fucking name and I can't remember what it is. So bear with me. I'm going to have to go back into my notes. Where are we? So the bird's name, this is so anticlimactic, is Lintu. I don't know if I ever said that in the original episode, but the bird's name is Lintu. Lintu.
I don't even know if I remember that. If I heard that in the first place, but fair enough, Lintu. Nice to meet you.
Can we go to Lintu and just go? Can you just tell us a bit about the fighting pits and what happens?
Oh yeah, sure. So all the jackals get together and they kind of they have a bit of a brawl, bit of a fight, they set up a ring, they set up some bags, they just really go to town on each other. It's kind of like that film that you're not supposed to talk about when you're part of a club. I can't remember what the title of the film is, but you fight in it and it's part of the club.
A Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life.
Toy
That's
Story.
the one. It's a Bug's Life.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they all the jackals get together. They fight each other. Sometimes they make some of the poorer villagers, I say, spar and fight each other to the death. Sometimes it's quite violent and quite brutal. Something, and I think that we can all understand from this episode being so violent and brutal anyway. And yeah, they just fight for hours and hours on end, tire out the villagers, of course, after their shift work, and then as soon as the fight pits are over, send them back to work again, dead or alive.
How can they send them back if they're dead? In a wagon? Oh, my word.
Funnily enough, a mine is quite an easy place to bury a dead body once it's used.
Yeah, I suppose. We're in an ethical pickle.
Do you know much about how they guard it? Is it just a free-for-all? Could, for example, a few of us sneak in and go to each villager and just go, you need to leave now?
Oh, my feathery friend, it's an absolute shit show in there. If you think that those guys are guarding anything or paying any kind of attention, you're absolutely fucking wrong, my friend. They have got no intelligence about them whatsoever and no wisdom to see anybody coming in the room. You could probably sneak in there, tell everybody to leave, and you wouldn't be seen.
Well, okay, Lynn 2, you've just made our day. Thank you very much.
No problem, my dear. Is there anything else I can help you with today in this electronics store?
What's your stealth modifier?
My stealth modifier? Let me check my stats that are definitely real. Actually, Lin2 has a +6 to stealth.
Would you fancy helping us get some villagers out so we don't kill your entire village?
What would you like me to do?
Just go. You know the villagers. Go to the first villager you see, tap him on the shoulder, and just go, you need to leave. Pass it on, but not to the jackals.
Pass it on, but not to the jackals.
Slight issue I can point out right here. I've only been hearing one half of this conversation because I don't speak bird, so they might react in the same way.
Your big giant friend in the corner makes a very good point.
But you know broken common, don't you?
Not really. I squawk.
Ollie, can I ask a question about Zach's skills?
Yeah, of course you can.
Can you teach a bird an entire language in 10 minutes?
10 minutes. When using wild shape, can I still speak English?
Ooh.
Because you retain, from what I can see, your game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the beast, but you retain your alignment, personality, and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. You also retain all of your skill and saving throw proficiencies, in addition to gaining those of the creature. You
can speak
English.
Yes.
This is something I haven't done yet, boys. I think it's pretty cool. But I, as a druid, can actually take the form of animals. So how about I transform into something?
just for everybody listening to this on the Zoom call, Adam's got his hands up in the air like, what the fuck? When was this a thing?
Well, this literally, I only got it at level 2, so I haven't had it for the entire game.
Okay.
I've only had it for maybe like the last 2 or 3 episodes, and it's just never been one of those moments where I felt like there's been a few moments where I've thought about using it, but I could just guarantee it would make more of a mess of the situation. But seeing as we're going to send poor Lin2 in there, who can't string 2 words together in basic English, I could always transform into an animal, slip into the mines, and start telling people to get the fuck out. Do we think that is that a better alternative than trying to send poor Lin2 in there who can't really Sprackensy the old...
Although he could scout it out and tell us what he could see if he's really good at stealth. Could he have a little fly around and then give us a report?
Yeah, because his stealth is really good. So yeah, I would... Yeah, how about we send him in for a reconnaissance and then he can come back and go, actually, the jackals have got their act together. They're all really well guarded, and we'll be like, fuck. Let's just kill them all then, I guess. Cool. Yeah, that sounds a good plan.
That's a good plan. That is a good plan. Let's do this.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
I'm gonna get to use wild shape.
Zach, Aark, and Zazu, let's do this, baby.
So, are you all leaving the electronics store?
Yes.
Okay.
Take the map with me. Take the map. Pick the map up.
You pick the map up. You pick the map up. You've got the bombs. You've got everything. Smart move. Smart move, ads. You leave the electronics store. You head up to the end of the road and take a left up towards the mines. There are lots of bushes and trees on the way, so you can, hug the tree line if you want to get up to this cave entrance if you want.
I am part tree, so yeah.
You are part tree. Not going to make you roll stealth checks again. You hug the tree line, and you get, I want to say maybe, let's say 30 feet from the mouth of this cave, and you hunker down in these bushes. Everybody go ahead and make me perception checks, please.
That's another nat 20.
Getting a fucking nat 20.
Yeah.
What? No! Have you got a way to die? What's going on?
Your dice are loaded, mate. They are loaded.
Why is it we all feel like that? Whenever I rolled a nat 20, I was like arsing around with my setup here just to prove to you that I've rolled it. Like you don't go, oh, bollocks. He's just rolled 3 in a row. Why am I even concerned?
I call shenanigans. What were we rolling? Sorry, Ollie. I got an 18, but what were we rolling?
I got a nat 20, Amy. So
I mean, it doesn't really matter anymore. I got distracted by his nat 20. What was it?
But I'd like to know everybody's numbers. This was for what was this for? This was perception. Perception. Yeah.
If it's perception, then I got 21. Obviously modded, yeah.
21. And Titus, what'd you get?
Not that it fucking matters. 9.
9.
You've had a few 9s in a row. Spooky.
Yeah. See what I'm doing, though? See what I'm doing, Jamie? He's getting the shit rolls out of the way when you don't need him. So when you're getting stabbed up again, and I'm just going to be sitting there with my healing potion going, oh, you're not fucking nat 20 in now, are you, boy? So.
Aark and Zakaiya, you look up towards the entrance of the cave and you see someone that doesn't seem like they belong there at all. You know, you've got a couple of jackals on the entrance, but it's not like a villager. It's somebody wearing a sharp blue pinstripe suit, coupled with distinctive gold and leather cowboy boots and a bolo tie. And this person is also sporting a 10-gallon cowboy hat that covers a balding head with the rest of their hair slicked back down from the sides into a ponytail.
Is that a uniform of something?
What can you see, sorry, guys?
So, this pinstripe suit, is that a uniform you recognise, Aark?
Wait, a pinstripe suit is he was wearing?
Yeah.
He's got a hat on?
Yeah.
A cowboy hat.
And boots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I think I know a guy.
Who is he?
That would be my manager, one Elman Monroe.
And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh, shit, son! That's how you end it. You don't fucking kill us. You just end it on a cliffhanger. There you go. He's learning it. 11 episodes in. He's getting there.
Do you know what? I thought we missed a trick, actually, because I felt like it should have ended when Aark was like, let's kill some jackals, because that was such a good line, but that's amazing. That was,
It was a really great line, but I looked at my timer that I had set, and it was only like 59 minutes into the record, and I was like, that is going to be a short episode if we do that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Aark, amazing line to wake up to.
Yeah.
Bring that sword up,
line.
point it at the guides, and just go for it. Thank you so much for playing today, guys. If you are listening to this podcast and you are loving what you're hearing, you can follow us on social media. We're at Dice Death Pod. You should subscribe to us and you should leave us a review. And I know we say this every single time, but please leave us a 5-star review because it really, really helps us out. And don't think for 1 second that you're being super cool by not telling anybody about this podcast. Tell everybody. Get all your mates who love D&D, who love fantasy roleplay, who love all storytelling and games to listen to this because it would really help us out.
Yeah, if you've got nerdy friends, seriously, like so many of our listeners have told friends and it's just snowballed from there. So yeah, like be that cool bug guy. Be the guy that gets credited because your friend discovered their new favourite podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't be like me when I used to listen to Papa Roach and think that I was cool and not tell anybody
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Come on, guys. It's a song about suicide. It's great. No, thank you so much for listening this week. Jamie, welcome back as Aark. If people want to see you on social media, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Jamu1987. And can I do a couple of plugs?
Of course you can. Right? Go for it. Yeah.
So I want to plug my wife's blog. So my wife Shell, she's got a banging new blog. It's www.businesswithababy.com. If you're a parent, so have a look at that. It'd be lovely. And
it's great.
We've also got a website.
Yes,
we do.
Yes,
website now.
Woohoo!
So you can find us one of two ways. So dicewithdeathpodcast.com. Or if you go dicewithdeath.co.uk, you'll find us as well. So yeah, have a look on there. Subscribe to our mailing list as well. And when we figure out what we're going to put in that mailing list, we'll send you some emails.
We'll send you.
And if you go to the shop portion of that website right now, you can get your commemorative castrated penis and testicles.
It comes in a gold ornate gift box as well.
Wow, guys, this is something we should have talked about. This sounds way too expensive for us to actually do. Amy, if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
So I'm at Amy_Mallett on Twitter, and the rather wanky at I think therefore Amy on Instagram. So come say hi.
Adam, where can people find you on social media if they want to find you?
Why anyone would want to follow me on social media after my actions in this podcast, I don't know. But I'm at Adam Wilbourn on all social media platforms.
We'll see you next time on the thrilling conclusion of the Dice with Death podcast. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.